your palms get sweaty, your knees get weak and your arms get heavy. What's going on, guys? It's Jacob, Sunday Lifters. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be discussing gym etiquette for newbies and also not newbies. Originally, when I had the idea for this video, I was just going to target at people who were just joining the gym, although I thought as I was doing the sort of notes for it that it's quite apparent from people like Joey Swole, mainly Joey Swole, that not necessarily just the newbies who need to hear this. In fact, probably more often than not, it's the people who've been going to the gym for quite a while who get this sort of ego about it, and that they somehow have more of a right to be there than people who are just joining up or just go casually. You all pay the same gym fee at the end of the day. It's a shared space. There's lots of different types of people there for lots of different reasons, and it needs to be respected. No matter how long you've been going to the gym, no matter how your physique looks, no matter what you can lift, it's all irrelevant. Everyone is equal in the gym. I didn't anticipate that last section to be so dramatic, but the points kind of stand. So without further ado, let's get into the 8 things that I think are essential in terms of gym etiquette, no matter what your experience with the gym is. But before I go into that, guys, if you could drop this a like, a comment, and consider subscribing if you're not already. It's always hugely appreciated and it does help this channel grow. Number 1, re-rack your weights. It goes without saying, guys, this is why it's number 1. It's absolute basic stuff. If you take off some dumbbells from a rack and you're done with them, put them back. If you've just done squats with 2 plates on either side, take them off and put them back on the rack. People don't need to be clearing up after you on their gym time. Be respectful of other people's time. Clear up your shit. If you have to see it in a certain way, it's extra time. You're carrying a heavy load. You're sort of under tension. So it's extra work. Don't skimp out on it. It's just a good practice to get into anyway when you pick things up and use them to put them back where they belong. It helps keep your space tidy, and it's just a good habit to get into. Point number 2, wipe down your equipment or use a towel, or ideally do both, because most machines, dumbbells, all that kind of thing, you put a towel on the seat or the bench that you're using. Tends to be that you're still gripping something if you're doing resistance training. You need to wipe down what you're gripping. Your palms get sweaty, your knees get weak and your arms get heavy. For most people, your palms will get sweaty. Look, not everyone does this. Most people do now, ever since COVID, wipe down their equipment after use. I'll be honest, I've at times not done it, but I've sort of, really tried to make an effort to be like, don't forget to wipe down that. Even if it doesn't feel like I've sweat, it's just, again, it's etiquette. People don't need to be gripping things, getting your germs on their hands. It's, throughout the day, you can't even begin to imagine the amount of germs you get on your hands. That's why you should wash them pretty regularly. But yeah, you need to wipe down your especially hand grips, but your seats. Use a towel if you can. It's just being respectful of other people. The amount of germs that are in a gym, let's be honest, is going to be very high. Most gyms have got a pretty good cleaning schedule, so that helps minimize it. But we're exercising, people are sweating, it's just the nature of it. But if everyone just wiped down their equipment after they used it, it really would be pretty much germ free. I can't actually believe that this one has to go on the list, to be honest, but I've got first-hand experience at a gym I used to go to with a guy who just come in with this like old school sort of 90s boombox thing, and he'd always be playing Eminem all the time. And I'm not hating on Eminem or anything, but like a bit of diversity, man. And he'd just come in and he'd always use the Smith machine, and he'd just do sets of benches and stuff like that. He'd be doing all his compounds, which is fair enough. Like, I'm not hating on that. I want to use the Smith machine, but I'm actually joking. It's absolutely fine using the Smith machine. I use it from time to time, to be honest. But this guy, it's the boombox that I had the problem with. There's music on in the gym as well. Put some headphones in, man. Like, it's just rude. It's just annoying for other people. It's like I'm in the sort of area he's in, and I'm trying to listen to my music, and all I can hear is his. It's just inconsiderate, man. Number 4, if somebody asks you for a spot, do it if you can, and be enthusiastic if it's a big lift for them. You know, it doesn't, again, experience shouldn't matter here, whether they're lifting something way heavier than you could, although, to be honest, probably wouldn't ask you for a spot if you look like you couldn't handle the weight. But more importantly, if you're someone bigger and someone's asking you for a spot, could be that they're just doing like their first plate on a bench press. Be enthusiastic for them. Like, there was a time when you could probably only do that, and you got excited about, you know, hitting 6 reps on a plate. And look, I totally appreciate there's going to be times when you're in a rush and you don't have time to spot someone. And if that's the case, just be look, dude, I wish you all the best with it. I would help if I could, but I've just got a couple more sets, and I've really got a dash. And just say sorry again. I wish you all the best. You'll smash it. Don't be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm busy, bro. Like, don't be a dick. Bear in mind as well, in terms of time, if they're doing their sets and they need a spot, you could spot them, and then while they're resting, go and do your set and keep interchanging in that way. It's like, it doesn't have to be that you abandon your exercise and just go be a spotter. You can go be the spotter, do your set, go back and spot if needs be. Again, I do appreciate there are going to be times when you've not got the time to do that. Just do as we said before, be kind about it. Number 5, when someone asks you a question like, how many sets have you got left, or can I work in? Again, without repeating, just be courteous if you've not got the time to do that, or maybe you've just got 1 set left and you're like, hey, and then you can have it. That's absolutely fine. You know, most of the time it's really not an issue for someone to work in. You know, I appreciate if you're doing something like deadlifts, it could be a bit more of a pain unless they're lifting similar numbers to you. But just take it as it comes. Be kind to somebody if they do ask. And especially if you've been on that equipment for, you know, quite a while now, they've got every right to ask a question. Don't be confrontational. Number 6, don't be the loudest person in the gym. Now, it's absolutely fine. I'm not saying don't make noise. You know, if you're working at a high enough level, sometimes it just happens. You make grunts, groans, but there's no need to like shout. You know, and again, I appreciate if you've just done a new PR on a big lift or something, you're probably going to be a bit excited, might let out a little cheer. That's absolutely fine. Just be aware of your volume. Don't be that guy who's, you know, lifting lightweight dumbbells and screaming at the top of his lungs. Noise will inevitably happen, whether it be like clanging weights or you actually making the noise. So all I'm saying is be aware of it, and just, you know, aware of the people around you. Number 7, if you're gonna chalk up for grip, that's absolutely fine. You know, it's a good thing to do, to be honest. I do it occasionally. Absolutely fine. Like I say, just do it in a normal way. You don't have to grab like the biggest chunk of chalk and smash it to pieces and, you know, get it absolutely everywhere. Remember, guys, respect. Somebody has to clean that up. Somebody who works at that gym. If you do it, just clean it up. Make sure you get some, you know, paper towels, wet wipes, whatever. Clean it up. That's fine if you do it by accident, but you don't need that much chalk. Like, I know it's that whole thing of looking alpha, smashing some chalk, grunting, going for a big lift, but it's unnecessary. It can be intimidating for some people. Just be normal, man. Like, you can get hyped up without coming across as like some kind of primal bear. Chalking up is a lot like sort of eating or doing your macros. It's all about portion control. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just don't use too much chalk, basically. And number 8 is be aware if you're filming then you do not have like some kind of right of way in the gym, especially if you're covering a large area and somebody just wants to like get a weight from somewhere. Like, I appreciate, as somebody who makes videos, a content creator, that sometimes you want to get in the gym and you want to film for some video or promotion or just like a physique update, whatever it is, it's absolutely fine. But just wherever possible, try not to get other people's faces in it, especially unless they've given permission, of course, then it's fine. You know, try and be conservative with it. Don't be walking around the gym filming everything everywhere. Go in quieter hours if you can, and just be aware of the people around you. But if somebody gets in your video, tough luck, man. You have to start again and do whatever you were doing from the beginning. It's not their fault. You don't, again, like that whole thing of you all pay the same membership, you all have the space together, you have to share it and be respectful. Somebody shouldn't have to wait for you to finish your video for them to get on with their workout. Don't end up in a Joey Swole video. And do not be one of those people. If you're filming somebody who's like doing a lift in a way you find amusing or funny, you can do one of two things, right? You can help them or just say nothing. You might find it funny in your head. You know, who am I to tell you what you should find funny? But don't laugh at them, don't film them, and if you've got time to be watching other people in that way, you are not working hard enough. I don't care if you're on rest. There's a million things you can be doing that are productive on your rest, whether you're catching up with emails, sending a text to reply to someone, checking in with whoever, even just doing nothing, like listening to your music and getting in your zone. But watching other people and laughing at them or filming them is just out of order, and you should have your membership taken off you if you're caught doing it. Scolding over, because I know probably 99.9% of people who are watching this video are not doing that. But if you have, then don't ever do it again. If you didn't get caught or your membership taken off you, you were lucky, but don't do it again. It's just not on at all. Be a better person. As Joey Swole would say, do better. I'm going to shut up about Joey Swole now. I've got a bit of a man. I think everyone's got a bit of a man crush on him. But that is all we're going to cover in today's video. As a roundup, just bear in mind whenever you're at the gym, be respectful, treat people the way you would want to be treated, look after the equipment, wipe it down, keep it germ free, think of the staff and what they have to clean up when you're done, chalk in, portion control, all that good stuff. It's just about being aware of the people around you and that everybody is equal in the gym. It's a brotherhood, it's a sisterhood. It's, you know, like I said at the start, there's a million different reasons people go to the gym, what they're trying to achieve, and everyone is on their own journey. If you find a good gym, it really is a great space to go to. It's like there's a euphoria in it, and like people getting to know the members and the people who go to the gym is great. Getting to see people progress is great, even though sometimes you get a bit jealous that they're doing it faster than you, but that's fine. It motivates you. And like I was saying earlier, when you find a good gym with a good community, it really is just motivating, and it does feel like a nice and a warm place to be without getting too sentimental about it. I know it's just a place. Hopefully you do feel that way about the gym you're going to at the moment, and if you don't, change up the gym every now and again. That's a good thing too, but you'll know when you find one that you really love going to. And that's all I'm going to say on this one, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. If you haven't already, drop it a like, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your opinions on some of this, and if you haven't and you feel so inclined, please do subscribe. It does help the channel grow. You can follow me on all my socials. It's at Sunday Lifters on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and you can email me at sundaylifters@gmail.com for workout plans and coaching. Cheers again for tuning in, guys. I'll see you back here again very soon.